Let's show you the tail of the tape for our co-feature bout. California-based Egidijus Kavaliauskas, the undefeated fighter who is already targeting the potential for a huge 2018. But this is a step up in facing David Avanesyan. They're close in age, but because Egidijus stuck around for a couple Olympics, his pro clock started later, thus you saw the pro experience there.
Okay, gentlemen, you both received your instruction in your dressing room. Right here is good, right here is good. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
Avanesyan ranked number 8 in the BA at 147 pounds. He has fought 2 big names in his last 3 fights. Lost to Lamont Peterson and defeated a then 44-year-old Sugar Shane Mosley in what was the champ's final career fight. Should be a good one between Kavaliauskas and Avanesyan.
I'm looking for that jab from Egidijus. He has a big, strong jab. I call it a brick jab. I feel like he's heavy-handed. I feel like he's getting hit in the face with a brick. No one's landing a punch right now. They're kind of sizing each other up.
It's the Sonny Liston jab. It's the Ike Cortez jab.
Good comparisons there. It doesn't take long to watch film on Egidijus Kavaliauskas to get excited. He is a fan-friendly, thudding fighter. Tried to catch him with that left hook as Ava came forward.
Yeah, Ava has a tendency of stepping in, you know, leading with a left hook or stepping in, going straight in. And Egidijus almost caught him with the left hook.
By the way, Kriegel, how good is it to just simply have mean across the front of your trunks as a pro fighter?
It's not bad. The name Mean Machine comes from Evgeny Gradovich, the former featherweight champ, and Egidijus' best friend, a pioneer of Eastern European boxing in Oxnard, known as the Mexican Russian. And it's Egidijus' best friend, and he's losing his eyesight. The fighting career cost him dearly, and there are limits to how much you can empathize with your friend in this case.
The real complexity to their current relationship, Mark.
Yes, I mean, he doesn't want his friend to fight, but it's also something that he can't dwell on too much. It's like a death in the ring. You really can't think about it if you're going to have this as your career.
Both guys are kind of respecting each other right now, sizing each other up. Ava just landed a right hand and a left jab because Egidijus bagged straight up with his hands down a bit.
Offered that opportunity for Avanesyan.
Robert,
Russian native who lives and trains out of England.
Robert Garcia said that Kavaliauskas hits as hard as anyone he's ever worked with. One of the great trainers in boxing.
And keep in mind, it's a full stable through the years of top contenders and champions on that list.
Not a whole lot of action in this first round. It's the fill-out round. Both these guys respect one another.
And they have reason to.
Well, Ava has a lot of experience, and I can see he's using it right now. He's not willing to engage. He's trying to get the mean machine to engage and make mistakes.
For Avanesyan, this is his 3rd fight in the U.S. He fought 20 times in his native Russia, 3 times in England, and 1 time in Monaco. End of 1 of our co-feature.
Stop.
Joe Tessitore, Timothy Bradley, Mark Kriegel with you ringside for Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. Man in the green, red, and yellow trunks is Egidijus Kavaliauskas, who's 18-0 with 15 knockouts, originally from Lithuania, now lives and trains out of California. He's at the Boxing Laboratory in Oxnard. He's gotten some quality sparring in recent months. Worked with Mikey Garcia, Josecito Lopez, and of course has been forging his way in an opportunity here in the welterweight division to really set things up well for himself this year.
Basically, both these guys want Terrence Crawford. That's what it comes down to. They want their shot at Crawford. Be careful what you ask for.
Good luck with that. First, they got to take care of each other right now.
Of course, Crawford has to take care of business this spring, as has been widely reported and expected to be announced soon. officially the welterweight championship in the WBO. He'll be going after Jeff Horn's belt.
Ava right now is playing Russian roulette. He keeps lunging in with his right hand, and Egidijus is just a little bit off the mark with that left hook. He's trying to time him as he comes in just there with the straight right hand, coming straight down the middle.
Good job by Avanesyan there with the jab.
Avanesyan's people say they scouted the Lithuanian boxing authorities, or whatever you'd call them, and they know some weakness. And basically, they were calling out Kavaliauskas' heart.
There was a dubious reaction to that by the other camp in terms of the fact that these two never overlapped in the amateur ranks in Europe, and they didn't seemingly have a lot of crossover in other ways throughout their career.
Kavaliauskas' response was, "I want him to feel pain," which puts him in the Ivan Drago school of boxing rhetoric.
Well, right now, Egidijus is having control right now with that jab, that hard thudding jab against Ava. Ava's trying to get inside. Egidijus is not allowing him to get inside. He's keeping his distance. Every time Ava steps in, Egidijus steps back and then fires. One step back and then fires.
Kavaliauskas coming with that right uppercut that was just off the mark. You see an opportunity that could exist. Now working that jab, as he is wont to do.
I think Ava is setting himself up for failure right now, rushing in there against a big power puncher like Egidijus. He just got clipped on the way out with the right hand. He got hit with an uppercut earlier, about 30 seconds ago.
End of two, going to take a short break. Tell you what's coming up on Top Rank Boxing.
Ava just landed a nice crisp right hand over the top on the mean machine, Egidijus. A few seconds ago, he was able to land that because Egidijus hauled with his jab just a little bit and left that opening.
Claudia, what are they saying in the Kavaliauskas corner?
Marcos Contreras is asking Egidijus to double up on the jab, to not hesitate as much and be first.
Contreras also predicted this fight would not go 10 rounds. I'm waiting for the fireworks.
Yeah, I think we all waiting on fireworks right now.
You know, interesting story when it comes to Kavaliauskas and the management of his career. One Egidijus works with the other Egidijus. He is managed by Egidijus Klimas, the manager of the year in 2016 and 2017 in the sport. And of course, his stable is incredible with Vasily Lomachenko and Sergey Kovalov and Usyk and Vosdik, who we're going to see soon enough. But interestingly, Mark, they come from the same town.
Yes, they both come from Kaunas, Lithuania. You know that he's special to Egidijus Klimas. Klimas is absolutely fascinating because he took over Robert Garcia's gym in Oxnard, renamed it the Boxing Laboratory. And as you said before, it's become a haven for fighters from the former Soviet Union.
Coming forward now is Egidijus as Ava clearly affected.
Egidijus told us yesterday, I know my power. You know he's feeling my power when he takes a little step back.
No, he took a major step back that time.
I believe he clipped him with a left hook, if I'm not mistaken. Clipped him high on the head, and Ava's equilibrium, you know, he's wobbling a little bit, moving back.
15 knockouts in 18 previous pro fights for Kavaliauskas. And he got to Avanesyan here in round number 3. He can thud.
Well, one of the biggest problems that Ava's doing, like I said, he just keeps coming straight in, right in the line of fire. Egidijus is taking that half a step back. if he shortens that left hook just a little bit, he'll be able to land that left hook.
We're going to take a short break and then come back and show you the power punch that landed for Kavaliauskas. It was a strong third round for Egidijus Kavaliauskas. Tim Bradley, show us how he was able to land that left hand.
Well, like I said, is coming in, straight in. He threw a looping right hand, and he got clipped right in the middle. You know, when you get close, you got to shorten up your shots. Ava came out wide. Egidijus made him pay with the left hook.
As long as Ava keeps this fight on a straight line, he has no advantage. Egidijus is longer and has a better jab.
The foundation of that Olympic pedigree as well. Two-time Olympian, 2008 games and 2012 games for Lithuania.
We're going to talk later this evening about Ray Beltran and the American Dream. Just want to mention, continue with what we said before about Egidijus Kalimas, who came in with $42 and started delivering pizzas, worked on a crab fishing boat, and now he is, as you mentioned before, at the helm of a great stable of fighters in Oxnard.
Emigrated from Eastern Europe to Seattle to come to our country with dreams of greatness as a businessman with $42 in his pocket, and it is arguably the most powerful manager in the sport, with the #1 pound-for-pound fighter Vasily Lomachenko in his stable, among others. Of course, Lomachenko, we expect to see him later this spring. There have been so many reports recently about what will be his immediate future. We'll talk about that a little later on, with plans to move to 135-pound division.
Albert right now look like he's having a little control of the Mean Machine. He switched southpaw. You know, I said he is a switch hitter. And he landed a nice left hand over the top on the Mean Machine. Now he looks like he's backing him up, so he's a little confused right now. Mean Machine just landed this right hand. That's the third one he's landed this round.
Second one.
And of course, so effective in the southpaw stance, and Avanesyan then turns back orthodox after getting hit by that right hand. Good little up jab that time by Egidijus Kavaliauskas.
I guess the risk wasn't worth the reward.
Nope. Back to being a righty is Avanesyan.
Risk wasn't worth the right hand.
He got hit with 3 of them.
He got caught coming in that time, reached with a right hand, and Egidijus Kavaliauskas was able to fill that hole.
Well, he reaches for that right hand because what he likes to do, normally he gets away with it. He likes to throw that right hand, bring that back foot forward, and then throw a right hook. That's what he normally likes to do, like that, just like that. That's what
He falls forward into it and switches.
Exactly. But that amateur pedigree is not allowing him to be able to do that. He takes a step forward, guess what? Egidijus does. He takes a half step back.
I think it's Kavaliauskas' power that's not allowing him to do much.
Egidijus Kavaliauskas landed that big left hook against Avanesyan.
Again, Robert Garcia, the former Don of Oxnard, said that Egidijus hits as hard as any fighter he's ever worked.
He said he is like a light heavyweight.
Middleweights were turning down rounds with him in the gym.
Another check hook right there.
Ava was able to go to the left with it as he digs into the body with a right hand of his own.
Ava plays Russian roulette when he steps in with that right foot. He brings it from the back and steps in. He's lunging forward, looking for something and opportunities. He's going to be looking for a punch here.
That was a good body shot moments ago by Kavaliauskas.
He also just missed with an overhand right. Might have ended this.
Well, if he gets a full rip and an overhand right, he could finish any fight.
I think that body shot that Ava just landed kind of bagged up the Mean Machine a little bit. You saw his elbow go down into his stomach. That means that it hurt.
Kavaliauskas has that much thicker upper frame. Avanesyan weighed in officially at 147, Egis at 146.5. But today, unofficial on the scale, Egis had a 6-pound advantage as he checked in earlier at 160 after he rehydrated. Avanesyan at 154.
That's pretty normal for fighters to go up in weight like that. You know, rehydrating, you know, eating. You know, the hardest thing, believe it or not, about boxing is making weight. Most people think it's the fight. The fight is fun. It's making weight that's what makes boxing hard.
What an idea of fun you have.
Exactly, says the 2-division former world champion who was in with Pacquiao, Marquez, and the best. There's an opportunity for that right hand. Both men willing. Round number 6 scheduled for 10 with the unbeaten Kavaliauskas, 18-0, 15 knockouts, and Avanesyan, the former world title challenger, lost the opportunity for the BA world title to Lamont Peterson. He was elevated at one point in his career to an interim champion when he lost to Peterson. That was a fight in which the veteran from Washington, D.C. swept the 10th, 11th, and 12th rounds.
Ava said that he overtrained for that fight. I don't know, I wasn't there. But I've yet to see what made him question Egis's heart. That said, I've also yet to see the real concussive effect of Egis's power.
Well, right now, this fight's not over. We still got, you know, a few more rounds, 4 more rounds. You know, anything can happen.
I'm waiting for the fireworks, kid.
But what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting to see if Egis can land more than just one punch at a time. He needs to let his hands go. Throw combinations. When you got firepower like that, let your hands go.
Claudia Trehouse, is that what they're asking for in that corner?
Absolutely, Joe. As a matter of fact, Marco Contreras is worried because he said, you got the speed, use it. Sit behind the jab, double it up, and just use your speed.
Egis backing up Ava. Look at this, to the body and to the head, and then that left hook, and now he's running him down. Kavaliauskas on the attack. Head punch after head punch, getting after it here in the middle of round number 6. Too much for Avanesyan to handle, and Egis Kavaliauskas does it again.
It was the right hand, and Tim, you saw what he did. He threw it around the guard.
Absolutely. I thought he put it in the guard. I would like to look at the replay. But the thing is, when you have firepower like that, why not take a little bit of a chance and landing your combinations to open up something? Just like he did just there. He stepped it up, and look what happened.
When we were talking about a feel it out first round, knowing the fireworks would come, Mark, you just said it. You're waiting for that fuse to be lit. Boy, oh boy, did he let it go there. Let's go back and show you everything that Egis put forth against Avanesyan.
You're right. That's exactly what hurt him. He's a perfectly timed right hand. Even though Ava had his left hand up, he was able to sneak it in between his guard, which is rare. Here he is attacking. There, that right hand. There it is again. And this is the finishing right here. You know, his equilibrium is knocked out, off balance, straight up, have nowhere to go, against the ropes. Egis finished him. Good job.
the undefeated welterweight contender. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute, 55 seconds of round number 6, as referee Tony Weeks has to step in and call a halt to the contest. The winner by TKO victory, still undefeated, Egidijus, Mean Machine Kavaliauskas.